the nation will be very, very turbulent. The nation will be very tensed. And a lot of things will unfold between now and some few months coming. Now, it's not a good time that we'll want also to be around, but we have nowhere to go for now, because as for me, this is where God wants me to speak. Though I can choose to prophesy from anywhere, but this is where we should be. I sympathize with the remnants, so I tell remnants, make sure that in the coming months you have the essentials in your house. This months ahead of us, try and make sure that you have essentials in your house. The future and days ahead of us don't look bright. They'll be ugly, they'll be bad. Because Ruto is not willing to relinquish powers yet. And will be like a nation. You hear the way, if you see what is going on. I'm trying to explain what I've seen in the spiritual realm, the build-up and the what we call spiritual climate. My interpretation of the spiritual climate that the Lord has revealed to me is quite scary. So those of us who are remnants, the remnants, better have some stock of essentials in your house. Try and make sure you have solar for electricity. For light, try and make sure you have backup, because some things will happen that won't be pleasant. That will include also power being cut off. Deliberately, intentionally, they'll cut off power. There'll be quite vandalism, and some of the vandalism may affect even water supply. So try and make sure that your tanks have water in many months that we are headed to. 2027 is very far, and I'm telling us it is invisible. Someone tell Ruto Nyango Loso. Tell Ruto and Seta Onyango Loso. Other prophets lie to Ruto. Mine is telling it for free. Between now and what you think 2027, you may need to go and live inside God. So someone tell the captain you may need to go and be a resident inside God. And that's if you make God your friend. Because it will be tough for him. It will be tough for his regime. It will be so tough. They'll have a lot of a headache and scratching of their head. They'll reach their wit ends. And that's where they'll need God. The same God you're abusing now, and the clergy that, you misused, they may not take you to God. But you'll need a true church. Ruto will need a true God. Ruto will have to seek for a true God and true servants. Reaching 2027 for Kenya is road invisible. Between now and then, you may not have a state to govern. So tell Ruto, between now and 2027, you may not have a people to govern. It will not be governable. I didn't see a nice picture. Now, today I felt like I should postpone bringing prophecies. Mbaki mkingoja, kutaendaje, ibaki kingojwa. The road between now and 2027 is dark. And 2027 is invisible. When you keep saying there will be elections. It will take a miracle. It will take a miracle, God's miracle. Security apparatus will have a very hard time. And courtesy of the prophets I told you some time back, that there will be mushrooming of criminal gangs in central Kenya, coast Kenya, Nairobi, western Kenya, told us of Kisii, and Kisii in particular, mentioned areas of Busia and Kakamega. Now, when I told her this thing, I think there were some NSIs agents who were on our walls. I don't know, it's because they must have been mirrored and they had to apologetically step out of our walls. So I don't know from where are they monitoring our walls. But they will take information and pass it. So I tell us between now and, and people imagine in 2027, in fact, starting of 2026, between now and 2026, Christians, those who are remnant and those who are wise and who take me as a serious servant of God, I tell you, make sure your house, you have some essentials. Why? It is because you may, there'll be difficulties in going to buy. Some areas will be very, will be very prone with criminality and the state unleashing terror. There'll be something, I saw something like curfew. There'll be curfews that the state will actually pronounce in some areas. Now, those curfews means that you may not go out to buy, and you may not go out and enjoy. And so imagine if Nairobi is on a curfew. Try imagine if Nairobi will be in curfew. I was not given with precision which counties will actually face curfew. But there will be areas that will have curfews. So Christians, those of us who are the remnants, stock some food for your family. Invest in some solar, because one of the schemes the government will use is disconnection of power. And when it is dark, you can imagine what they will do. So you may need to have solar, and you may need to have water for yourself. Please, to be pre-warned is being pre-armed. The state will be very desperate. The regime will be very desperate. The regime will be so desperate. Desperate times will call for desperate measures. If you have ears, hear me and hear me well. Onyango Loso. I say these things because God gives me prophet eyes, prophetic spiritual eyes. And so, make sure that you umajipanga.